He's heating up. He's on fire.
We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an optical. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think with your head. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Now the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my song. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off. No knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. I see fat people.
While you're awake,
They always have magenta hair.
how often do you see them?
All the fucking time.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 23 hundo and 6-5 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, sponsored by Everesting K2 Flex and on all
fucking
you.
It's
the fucking Catalina one. All you beaches.
The fucking Catalina one.
All right, fam, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Make sure you hit the like button and drop a comment down below. Leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes. We got a packed show. We're going to talk about Brandon a little bit. He's going hardcore on racist airlines. Oh my God, fat people. And of course, we have some more woke nonsense from Disney, as well as some information, some breaking news about protein bars and why you should not be eating that garbage. Eat some real fucking food. Eat some real fucking food. Can you? Can you please? And of course, we got balls deep. We got awesome Swole fan posts. We'll take some questions. So strap in, strap it on, pinch your nips. Let's get into today's episode. Very excited for all of it. Let's get a little tainty man before we move into it. Oh my God, he's so tainty and he's breathing. Oh, he's chasing some beef. Look at his tail between his legs. So cute. He's doing something. I had to rake him today. He loves getting brushed Man, this guy has so much fucking hair. I literally just rake and rake and raked and raked. And it looks like I killed 5 dogs outside. It just looks like there was a battle royale in the backyard. He's chasing vegans. I think so. I think so, Grizzly. No doubt. All right, let's bust the nut open. Let's get into today's Swole card. I think y'all know what we got going on today. It's been the theme as of late. Here we go, Falcon. Baby. You know it. You love it. It's the motherfucking Dick Draft. Hashtag double D in the comments down below. You can drop an eggplant if you so desire. Hashtag Dick Draft. And now, fam, on to that tip. Babe, just an inch. Just an inch. It's cold outside. All right. Before we get into some Swole Fam posts, reminder tomorrow, after tomorrow's live stream in the morning, we have an overtime segment. We have an overtime segment going immediately live right after, for members only. Don't miss out on any of the exclusive live streams. Join now over at swolenormousx.com. We have Fuck Your Resolution specials going on overtime tomorrow. Mark your calendarios. It's going to be fucking epic. And of course, fam, guess what we got coming up? It is episode 2365 on December 1st. December 1st, 2022, we have P3S5 is dropping. It's going to drop hard. And a lot of you will be receiving your certified Swole cards. If you haven't yet done that or you haven't yet received that, that's coming. So you have another little exciting treat coming from P3S4 now that everyone has their designs, or almost everyone. If you have any issues with your, wherever you live, if you haven't gotten some, just send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. We'll take care of it. But P3S5 already, this is fucking getting nuts. It's getting nuts. Time is flying. Time is flying. So December 1st, 2022. And because it's like crunch time, we'll try to get those out really quick, because I would like for you to get them before the end of the year. So P3S5 drops, if you don't know what that is. It's exclusive designs for anyone that wants to purchase, but if you're a member, you also get a certified Swole card. And of course, it's only available for 24 hours. So on the date of 12/1/2022, from midnight to midnight, you can purchase it. After that, it's gone. It's over. No more. Get your collector's edition Papa Swole Signature Series. P3S5 drops December 1st, 2022. Very exciting. All right. First Swole Fam post is from Frank. We will call you Francois, under the pillar number 3 training on the discussion boards. What's up, fam? Here's an update on my progress. I'm down 28 pounds. Well, let's fucking go, Frank. 28 pounds since February 2022, and have now started to see the changes, not only in my body, but also my mind. For example, my dog woke me up at 3 a.m. In the past, I would have turned on the TV and drank coffee until it's time for work. Today, I went to the fucking gym and got in a workout before work. Thanks to Papa and the fam, I am turning the corner on consistency and building good habits. That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Good for you, and I hope that air horn blew out your fucking ear holes as an air horn ought to do. We got one from Honey Gruesome. Interesting name on Discord. Hey, everyone, I'm Tara. I'm a stay-at-home mom at 3. I'm just trying to find myself again. I don't want to feel ashamed anymore. Well, welcome to the greatest fam in the realm. We're going to help you get on track. Welcome, 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 Tara. Super stoked to have you. Remember, follow the 7 pillars. Download your free copy over there at swolenormousx.com. The 7 pillars are where it's at. I'm telling you. If you're lost, you need that consistency. You need that discipline. The 7 pillars will give you that. James says, consistency has been my biggest weakness out of the 7 pillars this past year. I can name excuses left and right, but it all comes down to my fault. I leave for 2-week camping trip today. I'm going to focus on all 7 pillars harder than ever while I don't have to worry about my life back home. Had an interview to switch from night shift to day shift when I get back, which will be a major improvement on the mental side and on the physical side too, by the way. Love seeing all the positivity in the Swole fam, and it's time I work towards a more positive lifestyle. James, indeed, good for you. Day shift it's not just the mental side. Day shift is going to change your life in ways you're going to see and think clearly. It might take you some time to decompress from that and get on a regular schedule. But if you work day shift, it's going to literally change your life. It's going to add years to your life. It is going to be an absolute game changer. And you have no idea until, I don't know how long you've been doing night shift, but it's going to change your life. No question about it. We got a post here from Joanne. Joanne writes, this on the Facebook page. These are in quotes. So in other words, have some cake. At my work, we get cake. Birthday cake. Someone leaving, cake. Any achievement, cake. Any excuse, cake. So on my birthday, there were 2 cakes, one at each store. The amount of times I was told, not asked, but told to have cake was ridiculous. Even today, there's a cake, and one of the ladies keeps saying, have some cake. After about 3 times, I replied with, you shouldn't peer pressure people who are eating healthy. She made some joke, and not even 20 minutes later said it again. For fuck's sake, what is wrong with people? If you have any kind of experience with this as well, but this pisses me off, you could drop in the comments below. At this point, it's just disrespect. They are not an overweight individual, but maybe still feel bad about their choices. So if everyone is doing it, it's okay. Whatever the reason, it's assholish and stupid when it comes to me. I don't even like cake. My bad food choices are usually chocolate and deep fried things. They all know I don't eat cake. Sorry, guys, just needed to rant to people who will understand. Oh no, you are more than welcome to, and that was a go fuck yourself to the other people, not to you, Joanne. No, we get it. Oh, we get it. Do we ever understand? You know, it's crazy. People don't see cake as like addiction. They don't see it as like a drug. Okay. And we talked about how alcohol is the only drug that's, people question, why aren't you taking it? They don't say, how come you're not doing meth? Come on, it's Friday night. Why aren't you doing meth tonight? Why aren't you doing some blow? It's Friday. I'm sure some people say that one. But if you don't drink, it's an anomaly. If you don't have cake, oh my God, why aren't you eating cake? I don't want to fill my body with poison. Oh my God, shocker. How offensive it must be for you because you realize that you're shoving poison in your fucking fat face hole. We have a little bit of, we had Tara posting in the Discord, but we also have this other introduction from Tara because it's a little bit more depth because the Discord was really short. So we added this one. Tara says from the Swole Fam discussion boards. So there's a little bit more context. Tara, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3. I've struggled with weight. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Come on, man.
Oh, never mind. Sound like fucking Brandon for a second. Okay. I've struggled with weight for most of my life. I started exercising at 13, developed an eating disorder. I've done horrible things to my body in the name of weight loss. While I've definitely learned a lot over the years, nothing has ever worked for me long term because my 7 pillars were not in place. I'm on day 3 of the 90-day dash and so excited to be here. Thank you for the support, fam. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. So we have a little more context welcoming Tara to the fam. Day 3. Oh, that's so awesome. And it's great to realize that, oh, my 7 pillars weren't in place and now you have it. And now you have all your shit that you need in one place. You're in the Swole fam. You're surrounded with quality people, the highest quality. You're in the right place. You're in the right spot and your mindset's in the right place too. So fucking awesome. Let's get a little tainty, man. And let's move into some questions. Drop it in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And we'll take some questions. We got a bunch of things to get into with balls deep. So we're going to jump into that in a few. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments down below right now. Let's take a first call. Let's take a call from Alberto. Alberto, you are on El Daily Swole.
If I'm doing like 12 reps, but at the 8th rep I start to fail, is it wrong if I finish the set from 8 to 12 reps in a poor form?
Didn't really understand what you're saying. You're asking, is it okay if you had bad form? You really don't want to have, once the form breaks, the set's over. Once you get into more advanced lifting, if that's what you said correctly, once you get into more advanced training, you can add cheat reps. And then, there's different ways in which you can squeak out a little bit more, but that's more for advanced lifters. Once the form breaks, the set's over. And the form is going to vary from exercise to exercise. So understand that you don't want to train to get to a certain number of reps just to get to a certain number of reps. There's nothing magical about 12 reps. There's nothing magical about 9 reps. There's nothing magical about 14 reps. Understand that most humans think of flat numbers. People don't do sets of 9. Who does hey, I'm doing 7 reps per set. You say 6 to 8 reps. People like even numbers. No one's doing sets of 9. I'm doing unless you're getting low, like you're doing 1, 3, or 5. But after that, people don't do odd numbers for reps, do they? Maybe 15, okay? But it's always like this. No one's doing sets of 14. No one's doing sets of 9. Just think about how unique or how different that is. The whole point is you're trying to add enough overload and stress with the proper amount of volume, but you need to get towards failure. So if you're not training to failure, I'm not saying every set has to be failure, but if you're not pushing yourself towards failure, your body is not going to need to be forced into that adaptation. So if the form breaks, the set's over for the most part. If you're more advanced, there are some nuances there, but make sure you're not stopping at 10 just because you hit 10. Either you need to go up in the weights or you can bang out a few more reps and push yourself towards failure, because those few reps leading up to failure, that's when you're really starting to grow. And what I mean by that is, doesn't mean that the first 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 reps don't matter. But if you're stopping, it starts burning and you stop, you're not going to build muscle. Like you're going to plateau pretty quickly because you're not pushing yourself towards that zone where the burning and the breakdown of the myofibrils and the stress that you're adding, the micro tears, that's what your body's going to repair thicker, bigger, stronger, because you're pushing yourself past that comfort zone. So if you're not pushing yourself past that comfort zone towards failure, then your body's there's no need to adapt bigger and stronger, because in other words, the muscle's doing what it can handle. So eventually you'll plateau. Eric finally switched over from YouTube and got my real name to show. Let's fucking go. You mean Facebook? Or whatever? Or you fixed whatever it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at that shirt. Look at that Swolenormous gear. That's a throwback. Look at that. Welcome again. Eric's been watching. Eric has been in the fam for, 5 years? You've been watching since Periscope, right? Like in the early hundos for episodes. What number did you start watching, Eric? It's fucking awesome. All right, let's take a question here from Instagram from Fiery Inferno. Isn't that what an inferno is? It's kind of fiery. Seems redundant. Got really low immunity, genes. I'm curious as to why you have. Okay. So when I exercise, the next day I fall sick, do I keep going? There's no context here. I find it hard to believe that your nutrition is going to be on point. That's all going to be a factor. Vitamin D, there are a lot of issues. So unless your diet and everything's it's perfect or on point in terms of reinforcing your immunity, which I doubt, just most people, 99% of people aren't eating properly. So do you keep going? No, you have to improve on those other things. You might not be training properly, or eating properly, or sleeping properly, or getting enough, vitamin D and things of that sort, sunlight. So you can follow up with the question. You should not be training and beating yourself up when you're already compromised. So you might not be training properly for your condition if it is actually genetic, or if it is something you can't overcome with proper nutrition and lifestyle habits. Let's see. Brandon on the discussion boards. Papa Swole, I was finally able to get on a day shift work schedule starting last week. And while I've been going to the fucking gym and lifting heavy almost every day, I've gained about 5 pounds. No change in diet, but I've been getting much better sleep. Is it common to have fluctuations in weight gain when switching back to a day schedule? Not sure if it's a transient or if I need to readjust things. Most people don't. I mean, are you tracking how much you're eating? Are you eating more? You're getting more sleep. Maybe you're recovering. You're retaining some water. Understand that just because you're going to a better schedule, like, hey, now you're working, your sleep might be compromised. So just because you're going to a day schedule, how long you were working nights? You said I was finally able. So it sounds like you're working nights for a while. That's a huge problem for your body. So even though it's better to be sleeping at night, it's far better. Your life gets shortened, heart disease, everything is just working night shifts is like horrendous for the human body. 5 years on nights. So it's not just like, hey, okay, it's better to work days, but your body is not used to working days. So your sleep might not be, you might be struggling with sleep. So your cortisol still might be elevated and you might be just retaining more water. You might be eating more than you think. It's still a big change for your body, even though it's in the positive direction. It's like when people change their nutrition, they start eating really healthy. They might have cravings still, or they might, have diarrhea because all of a sudden they're eating quality fats and protein. It's just a lot for their body if they just flip a switch and change. So keep in mind, even though it's in the positive direction big time, it's going to take your body time to adjust and to get quality sleep, and just keep pushing forward. Eric, I randomly found you on Periscope when I was eating lunch alone at work. I had just started to change my diet and started working out, so it was meant to be. Fucking Periscope. I don't even remember the last time I streamed on Periscope. I think it was like in the hundreds. I don't even think I got to like 1,000 episodes. That's 3 years now. There's no way I did Periscope in 2019. So that was like, I only did like a couple. I forget when I stopped. I forget when the last Periscope stream. I remember I used to do that all the time. Dusty Dud, Papa Swole, I bought grass-fed whey, but I looked at the amino acid list. It only had 18, but there are 20. So why is that? I don't know. I don't know what you bought. No idea what you bought. I don't know what you bought. Don't forget there's essential amino acids and non-essential. In other words, non-essential your body can create from the essential, like your body can create itself. The essential ones are the ones you need to consume with food. Otherwise you're deficient. That's why, being vegan, eating a lot of plant sources or incomplete proteins are less bioavailable. So you have to piece it together rather than when you're eating animal proteins, you get it all in one shot. I don't know what they're listing. Lady Hawk, Papa Swole, how can you be sure that you are using proper form during workouts at home? I want to start trying yoga from home since I'm too self-conscious to go to a class, but I don't want injuries. Well, you have to emulate, practice, look at the instructional videos that we have in the yoga studio. Alex breaks down specific poses. You can take video of yourself. There's really, unless you have someone watching you, that's a good question. You don't. How do you know? You can study the movements, practice, take a video of yourself and watch the video and see how your alignment is. But unless you have some kind of external feedback, you're not going to know exactly what your form is unless you have a camera or someone watching you. And you're too self-conscious to go to a class. I think you should overcome that. If you go to a studio, you find something that feels comfortable with you. Instructors, people love new students and they're more than happy. Plus there's beginner classes or all levels classes. Everyone starts somewhere. So I encourage you to overcome that hump and slap yourself across the tits and be like, you need to get out of my own head. There are new members and new people going to yoga studios all the time. And I've never seen a studio where people weren't welcome, because it's great when you have someone new that's never been to a yoga class. But you don't want to, you just don't want to show up to a random class. You can call first. And you can call the studio and be like, hi, I've never done yoga and I'm nervous. Like, what would you recommend? And then when you get a good feel for a studio, go give it a shot. There's usually beginner classes or starter classes where it's better for newcomers to go into. A lot of studios have beginner classes for that reason. It might not be as frequently as other classes, but they have that for that reason, because they have to, it's more instruction. It's slower paced. You're not going to go to like a high level expert class because you're going to get hurt or you're not going to be able to keep up. Lawson Dawson, best name ever. Papa, where do you suggest I get liver from? I have a few butchers near me, but they're not grass-fed. Google it. Go online. I don't know if Butcher Box does it, but there's U.S. Wellness Meats. There's Dutch Meadows. There's Wild Oak Pastures. There's tons of places online. There's Circle C Farms in Florida. There's a lot of places around the country. Many small farms that have grass-fed, grass-finished liver. So do a search and find what works best for you, price-wise and location-wise and stuff like that. When you order online, some places you have to buy in bulk. Some places you have to have like a minimum order of like $75, and you might not have the freezer space or the storage space. So what you can do, if there's a purchase minimum, or you can also go in it with someone else and you can place an order together and then you just split it. Google's your friend, because I also don't know where you are in the country or the world. Tyler, why do so many people sleep in the fucking afternoon? I hear a lot of people say that and they wake up around midnight. Dude, what are you talking about? Do they work night shifts? Who sleeps in the afternoon unless you're working night shifts? What does that even mean? Yoked Nick, Papa Soy, do you see any of the highlights from Darrell Brooks' trial? The guy, the murderer? Did I see any of the highlights? I saw some of the clips. Super cringe, but it was played that way so that he couldn't be leveraging for a retrial. That's why the judge let him be a complete clown, because, you know, if it wasn't handled the way that she handled it, he would have had like the ability to call for a mistrial, X, Y, and Z. So she had the patience of a fucking saint, that's for sure. What a fucking ass clown he is. What a piece of shit. Let's see. Grizzly Papa Soy, how much longer will the dick draft be open? I got a few young men here in Chicago who are ready to serve. It's fine.
Boom shakalaka!
As long until we turn this ship around, there's hope. But I mean, it's going to be open for a while. I don't know how much longer we'll have the dick draft card. We're going to have to probably pivot at some point. At some point, we're going to have to pivot from this card and get back into some other cool Swole cards. But for now, the dick draft is in full effect. Let's see here. Okay, let's take another call. This one's from, is this from Tyler? Are you asking the same question on the audio? Let's see. Is this our Tyler?
Hello, Papa Swole and the Swole fam. I have 3 questions actually, so hopefully I can ask them all within the minute. My first question is, how much beef liver is too much? Can you get the shits from it if you have like an excessive amount?
Probably.
My second question is, if I were to do, let's say, a 36-hour fast, how can I control my hunger cravings like during the night in the sleep process? My third question is, will Rufus, aka the Tainty Boy himself, get a dog girlfriend? You know, I know that might be an unexpected question, but I figure since he's the Tainty man, if you know what I'm saying, he can have some company around with, a dog girlfriend. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my question. Hopefully the answers can satisfy me.
You want to be satisfied with these answers? Hopefully these answers satisfy you. Hope you're satisfied with these answers. I forgot your first question. Beef liver giving you the shits? Yeah, I mean, it could, I suppose, if you just went and ate like a pound of beef liver out of nowhere. How much is too much? There's really no, people say there's an upper limit. Oh, you're going to get vitamin A poisoning. Get the fuck out of here. People are so deficient in nutrients. You're going to have to eat so much liver all the time. You can easily have a couple ounces a day. I would start small, go from there. But last night I had like probably 4 or 6 ounces. And this morning I had like 2 or 3. So you can have a couple ounces a day. But I would start with anything else, with any kind of like dense, nutritious food like that. Just start small and then increase from there. But you know, even most supplements usually even desiccate are about an ounce a day at full serving. So a couple ounces a day, you're totally fine. In my experience, not a doctor, but doctors aren't going to know jack shit about that anyway. When it comes to beef liver, it's delicious and nutritious. In terms of fast, how do you keep the hunger cravings? You'll get used to it. You'll get better at it. I mean, you're going to be hungry, but I would recommend getting electrolytes, right? Salt, potassium, magnesium. Have that for electrolytes, but 36 hours is not that much, so you should be fine. You can eat at night, for example. If you eat at night, let's say on Monday, you eat at 8 o'clock, and then the next night you're not eating the next day, so the next day at 8 o'clock is 24 hours, and then 6 a.m. Like you're already at 36. When for then it's going to be 28 at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. It's gonna be time to eat. That's 36 hours. So it's really essentially if you're eating at night, then one day, it's really like one day of no eating. You know what I mean? So just get some electrolytes. You'll be fine, but you'll get used to it. You'll probably be hungry, but that's because you're not eating. And honestly, the reason why you're hungry or you're feeling hungry more is because it's not because of the food. Strangely enough, and this I truly believe this because I've done it myself. It's not because of not having food. Your body is fine. It's because you're used to having food. And your body's like, we should be eating, shouldn't we? And I've done this because when I was bulking, I was eating every 2 hours on the clock. And there was no fucking possible way that I was hungry every 2 hours, but my body was expecting food every 2 hours. So I'd feel those kind of like gurgling, like, ooh, in 2 hours. And it's impossible that I was actually hungry. I didn't need food. I could have gone 3 days without food. I was eating so much. So you're just used to eating. So if you get used to eating once a day, you're only really going to get hungry once a day or feel like you need to eat once a day. If you eat twice a day, you're going to get hungry twice a day. And if you're consistent with those times, you'll get hungry at the same time every day. So my grandfather used to eat at like noon. He ate at 12 every day. Why? Because he was born in like the 1920s and his entire life, you know, the whistle would go off. They would eat at 12. 12 noon was lunch. 12 noon, you know, lunchtime. He was a builder. So he would, you know, they would eat at 12. So his whole life, he just ate at 12. Why? Because he was hungry at 12. He just used to eating at 12. It's just a habit. So your body gets used to that habit too. Last question. Does Tainty Man, is he going to have a girlfriend? He has no ball sack. He's got no ball sack. So he doesn't need a girlfriend. But he's surrounded by ladies. He does have Pinkston Churchill, and Pinkston Churchill is not fixed. And she's always trying to hump shit. It's kind of cute, but she's always like backing her ass up into Rufus, and I have to catch him sometimes because he'll like lick her, you know, her little chihuahua twat. I'm like, no. So she's like, and then she'll look at me like, she'll like try to like push back. And, you know, so she's starting to get horny and shit. It's funny. She'll like try to, I hear Mama Swole like, no humping. So he has no interest, but he's like, all right, I'll lick this. I don't give a shit. All right. So there's that, but he's got no balls. As you can see, there's no balls. It sucks, but you know,
Because,
you know, it is what it is. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry they did that to you. It wasn't my choice. I wanted a ball sack. I mean, I would have. You know. But he's also so much better. Like, who knows? He would have been so much more aggressive, and I'm sure, and whatever. John, that satisfied you? Oh, I'm glad it satisfied you. I'm so glad.
we choose truth over facts.
Yeah. John, Papa Swole, have you heard about the new fitness rage of ab inserts? Oh, come on. It's bad enough people are juicing, but now we've entered a new level of fake fuckery. What happened to genuine hard work? When does this shit end? It doesn't. People are always looking for shortcuts. Ab inserts? Like, I mean, there's been calf inserts and chest implants. Like, you couldn't get anything implanted. Have I heard the rage? I haven't heard of anything being a rage. I've never heard of people. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. You can do sculpting and stuff, right? Like, they'll go into your abs and they'll like suck out the fat between your abs or something, so it looks more chiseled or something like that. Like ab sculpting. I don't know. Fucking weird. Let's take one from Meg Swagland. Okay. If this is a real name, it might be the greatest name in history. Meg Swagland. Fuck. Nice. As a woman, I struggle with a stomach that is not as defined as I would like. Any advice? If you're on birth control, get the fuck off birth control. I'm not a doctor, but that's fucking up your hormones. Quality sleep, proper nutrition, red meat, organ meats, training properly. I mean, as a woman, most women aren't going to have shredded abs. It's natural for women to hold a higher percentage of body fat because of your hormone balance is required. So if you drop too much body fat, it's going to jack up your hormone cycle. So some additional advice: get rid of all the estrogens, all the shampoos and deodorants and cleansers. I would check out the book Estrogeneration. It's going to give you a breakdown of all the toxins in your environment, plastics and phthalates and parabens that will jack up your endocrine system. Okay, let's get into, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's go balls deep, fam. We're time to go balls deep. Let's fucking go. That's deep. Tainted Man. What? Tainted
Look at her.
Man.
She looks like she's 19 years old. Sitting
Tainted
there
Man. Yeah.
Like a little lady in a race
It's
car.
Tainted Man. Tainted All right, we got a couple stories we're going to get into before we get into the balls deep. Reminder, tomorrow we have an overtime segment for members, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Links in the show notes below. Overtime. It's going to be awesome. Shit that we can't post on social media. And just a little insight we always talk about. Remember, on Facebook, if you see anything posted by a Swole Enormous account, if you get emailed or contacted or messaged, do not ignore it. Ignore it. We're working on all that stuff. So I will give you an update. Positive directions. It's moving in the positive direction. It's just when it's legal, it's slow. You know, things are moving a little bit slower than we would like, but hopefully soon we'll have the Instagram back up, and that's the most important thing, and I'll get all my other shit organized. So it is moving in a positive direction. It's just taking some time, but I feel like we will overcome. It'll be a nice war wound, and we'll continue to kick ass and yell at people on the social media platforms, as always. All right, let's see. We have this article from Daily Mail. Biden's air rage. President says airlines are forcing customers to pay for extra legroom is racist. Oh, it's racist. Oh, but more racism.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Airlines forcing customers to pay extra for legroom is racist because it hits marginalized Americans and people of color the most as he cracks down on excessive fees. Excessive fees. You mean paying for more space. You want more space. Optional more space is negatively. Look, it's not a right to go. First class is not a human right, by the way. Extra legroom. That's why it's called extra legroom, because you're paying for more space on a limited space flying object to the sky. So one, the president should shut the fuck up and actually deal with shit that actually affect people. All right. Stop being fat. Take care of your health. You won't have to worry about extra fucking legroom. It's not racist. People are fat as fuck. Okay? People are fat as fuck. They're fat as fuck. They're fat as fuck. Stop being so fucking fat and unhealthy, and you won't have this problem. All right? Airlines are private businesses. They're under no obligation to, make you feel better. If there's less places on a plane, less seats on a plane, guess what? It's going to cost more. Less seats on a plane, that's flying private. If you can't afford that, then you got to sit and coach. If you're too fat for that, there's trains, there's buses, there's boats. Maybe it's not for you. Not everyone can afford just a regular seat, let alone more. So how about opening the economy and, starting up oil production and bringing production back to the United States so people can actually, afford things, and we can start, maybe improving deflation a little bit, even though the boom bust cycle of our economic structure is a complete sham, but we won't get into that. I'm going to start ranting. Man, can this guy talk more about shit he has no fucking clue about? Don't fly. If you can't fly, you can't fly. Speaking of being fat, we have Disney go woke, go broke. Disney unveils its first plus-size heroine, an emotional film about body dysmorphia that leaves fans in tears. I'm sure it did. Damon. I'm sure it did. So drop in the comments, what's the percentage chance of this movie absolutely fucking bombing? So it's called Reflect. Follows a young plus-size ballet dancer with body dysmorphia. Let me tell you something about ballet dancers. Methinks a lot of them have body dysmorphia. Not to be plus size. Okay. The short film left fans in tears. I'm sure it didn't, as Disney has never featured a plus-size heroine. I doubt that's true, but okay. All right. We don't need to move. The film, entitled Reflect, follows the story of a young plus-size ballet dancer named Bianca, who battles her own reflection, overcoming doubt and fear by channeling her inner strength, grace, and power. Of course, this is available to watch on Disney Plus, because if they actually made a movie about this, and Disney knows that, if they invested money and they put it out in theaters, it would fucking tank. So they release it under their blanket subscription, and then it's just a virtue signal like, hey, look, we're an ally. Everyone's be like, "Aw, Disney Plus," and they're gonna go watch the next Marvel movie about some jack dude fucking crushing shit. So, this is nonsense. If it's not released in theaters, it's just a bullshit headline grab. Like, oh, Disney's so good, such good people, fucking criminals. Yet they want your kids to be confused about their gender, so Disney can fuck off.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Fuck you, Disney. Suck a huge dingus. Don't assume my genitalia. All right, we have one more. Just like a lot of teaser trailers today. We got one. This one I thought was funny. Healthy, in quotes, healthy. Protein bars make you fat because they don't fill you up, study finds. Arizona State University researchers asked people to eat a protein bar a day. It led their calorie consumption to rise by up to 220 calories. 220 calories extra. Over a week, they gained half a kilogram of fat, which is what, like a pound or so? Body scans revealed. So healthy bars don't fill you up. Not only that, they're usually artificial sweeteners. There's other issues with inflammation. Protein bars are garbage. Make yourself some beef jerky. Eat beef jerky. That's a protein bar. You want a protein bar? Eat some fucking jerky. That's protein. It's protein. It's a bar of protein. You're eating protein bars. You're eating sucralose and aspartame and cornstarch and just filler and garbage. So protein bars are trash. They're going to spike your insulin. They're not going to satisfy you. It's just candy. It's just companies making money off something tasting like a candy bar, which is really what it is, a candy bar. Eat some real fucking food. Okay, let's get into some more balls deep content. Let's get into it.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
The Tyrannical Tuck, the ever elusive Tyrannical Tuck. Fam, we are going deep. It's time. It is time. Remember, if you want to submit a question for the show, go to askpapaswolio.com. All those links in the show notes down below. Let's get into this one. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3 beaches. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. And oh my God, Jesus Christ, these are horrendous. And when I do say horrendous, I mean horrendous. All right. Let's go with a little Lady Hawk action. Lady Hawk, number 3. Lady Hawk, number 3.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Okay, this is called Reminders. Reminders, and this person's TikTok account is called Body Pozamama. Body Pozamama. So body positive mama. Great. Great. It reproduced already.
I just have a few reminders for everybody. Number 1, fat isn't bad.
It is. Okay, fat isn't bad. I like a fatty ribeye. Having fat, to a very limited extent, like, it's not bad. You're supposed to have fat. Endocrine function, vitamin, mineral storage. It's good for you, right? Insulation, right? Having too much fat, oh yeah. It's absolutely bad. It's not a moral bad. Oh my God, you're not going to hell because you're fat. But you're definitely not taking care of yourself. You're definitely at risk for all-cause mortality. Everything goes up through the fucking roof. So there's that. Fat isn't bad. This is all the argument is. My feelings. Bad, naughty girl. Hug your kids, fam. Hug your kids.
Number 2, fat isn't a feeling.
Yes, it is. It's called language. You can say what you want. You can describe anything however you want. It is a feeling. I feel bloated. I feel fat. I feel swollen. It's fine. It's called slang, or it's just speech. So, yeah, I feel fat. I feel fat. I feel like how I would if I was stretched out and horizontal. That's what people are saying. You feel bloated. You feel full. Like, oh, I feel fat. That's how it feels to feel fat. You have a lot extra on your body. So there's that too.
You cannot feel fat.
You can.
Fat is not an emotion.
So why are you, fat is not an emotion. Why are you judging my feelings? You don't know my lived experience. You don't know my... Come on, stop whining. So now you're judging other people's lived experience. See how you can't, like when you reverse, when you turn it back on these tards, they, head would explode.
And number 3 is that body types and body sizes are not trends. That's all.
What? Body types and body sizes are not trends? What does that mean? I'm actually confused. All right, so we got the first stupid out of the way. That was wet your whistle a little bit, nice and short, sweet, keeping it tight. Oh, all right, we got 2 ones. These are, oh my God, these are both brutal. I don't know which one's worse. That one. The angle is horrendous. This is disgusting. This is awful. These are both horrendous. We got 2 more about fat. So fat isn't a bad word, and fat PSA. These are both really bad. So I don't know. I'm going to let you guys, they're both bad. One of them, the angle is just, why would you choose that camera? What's with these people? What's with these people and their camera angles?
I don't believe you people.
Huh? What do you mean, you people?
If you're morbidly obese, you should not use like a zoom. Like pull the camera back like 50 feet. Fat PSA. Nancy says fat PSA. Number 2. All right, let's do number 2.
What's in the box?
I'll tell you what's in the box.
That's a huge bitch.
Here we go. Fat PSA. Let's do it.
Just a little PSA to let you
see what the fuck I mean.
Emotional damage.
Oh my Christ. All right, let's see if we can just run through this fast.
Just a little PSA to let you know that.
Wait, it says in text in the corner. This is called, okay, her TikTok is called Cute Fat Queer. I disagree with the first one. I agree with the second one. The third one means nothing to me. The third one's like attention. This all just says, I want attention. Her at could have been, I want attention. Cute, hard, no. That's a big no. Fat, ding, ding, ding. You've won the daily double. Queer, give me a hug. I just want attention. That's all it means. It's so silly. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Just a little PSA to let you know that fat does not kill like you've been taught, just like how we never were taught around race issues in school. We also are taught the white supremacist view of fat and calories in, calories out.
How is calories in, calories out white supremacy? Why is physics white supremacy all of a sudden? Laws of the universe are white supremacist. Pretty sure if a black person jumps up, they'll come back down. I don't see black people floating around. Oh, is that a weather balloon? Oh no, that's just Earl. Like, what the fuck?
A bunch of pseudoscience. The BMI has been debunked.
It hasn't.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
It's not. A BMI, by the way, is your height and your weight. So if you're muscular, it's not accurate. But if you're the average fat person, it's very accurate. If you're the average person, it's very accurate. And what it means is if you go X amount on the BMI, over whatever number it is, was it 20 or 25? It means you're wider than you should be. It means for your height, there's no fucking way you should be that heavy. You should not have that much mass on your body for that height. That's all it means. You're too horizontal. You look like an oval. It's like you're rotund. BMI goes up to like roll you down a hill. Like you're spherical. That's all it says. That means you're fat as fuck. The higher your BMI, the wider you are. Fact. Okay.
The only reason why they still use it is because they're lazy to figure out another.
No, BMI is not lazy. You're just upset because you're lazy. You're actively trying to be a victim. You're actively trying to stay fat. So you're trying to stay fat and then complaining about everyone else being, I don't know, noticing that you're fat. Oh my God, they say I'm fat. It's their fault that I'm fat.
Way of measuring people. Oh, so that's how they do it. And that's how height and weight are calculated. And it's just disgusting.
Hold on a second. To figure out another way of measuring people, so that's how they do it?
So that's how they do it. And that's how height and weight are calculated.
That's how height and weight are calculated with BMI. That's how they calculate height and weight. Methinks they use a measuring tape and they measure how strongly the earth is pulling you into its core. Mass attracts mass. The more mass you have, the more the earth is going to be like, give it to me. Come to the center with liquid hot magma.
And it's just disgusting.
No.
It's all about the military. The military basically use the same rules in the military as we've used in the public schools.
Goddamn military? What the fuck are you talking about? It's the military.
Ever served in a forward area?
It's the military. Goddamn military. The fuck? Oh, God.
It's gross. I was weighed in school. My BMI was calculated in school and also my doctor.
Your doctor weighed you? Oh, no.
Matt Damon.
Like kid pics. Oh, no. Oh, no. Your doctor weighed you. The horror. The horror. Apocalypse cake. Okay.
Like, what? And it was incredibly detrimental to my health.
No, it's not. The doctor weighing you is not detrimental to your health. The fact that your health was compromised is why it's related. It's related. Not the doctor. It's not the weighing that's detrimental. It's your habits and your parents and whatever else.
It caused me to have an eating disorder.
No, it didn't. No, weighing you did not. No, God. Okay. Fam, anyone that has an eating disorder, it's not the scale. The scale's not giving you an eating disorder. Okay? Understand this. And a lot of people are saying like, oh my God, well, Papa Swole, people weigh themselves, they get obsessed, and no, they give themselves an eating disorder. Yeah, society or people, your parents, like might be pinching you. Okay, I'm not saying there's factors, but you're the one doing it. You're the one overeating or undereating, like you're doing it. The scale isn't like, you now have an eating disorder. It's just measuring. The doctor weighing you didn't give you an eating disorder. I'm just saying this is the story that she's telling herself. And I'm not saying there weren't people that gave her shit or bullied. I mean, this is life. But she wasn't raised with the tools to handle this. And a lot of people aren't. Most people aren't taught how to eat properly or do their taxes. And there's a lot of flaws in the system. I'm not saying there isn't. Okay.
And many people are encouraged as fat people to have an eating disorder.
Chances are you're fat because you have an eating disorder. So you're not encouraged as fat people to have an eating disorder. You have an eating disorder, which is why you're fat. Disordered eating, whatever you want to call it. Fuck. If someone's going to Taco Bell, in my opinion, they have an eating disorder. It's like, why the fuck are you eating that garbage? That's not proper. That's not a good choice. All right.
We're encouraged, y'all, to not eat and to starve ourselves.
Well, that's not working, apparently. I'm not saying you should, but you're encouraged. Well, you're definitely not listening, that's for sure.
That's not humane. That's really something that is part of eugenics.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, man. Just when you thought, how can it get stupider? We have a minute left of this fucking train wreck. I thought a train can only wreck once. Like I fell over. Oops, I fell over again.
And so if you don't believe me, that's okay. You don't have to.
It's just false.
I just am very, very solid.
Oh, you
in
are.
my knowing. And I'm trying.
You're very solid in your knowing. You're solid in your density. You have the density of a dying sun.
To save people from going and getting dangerous surgeries.
What are you
talking about? The kind of surgery that's more dangerous than conjoined twins being.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about? She's just saying everything. This is like every video we've ever watched in one. She's just saying shit. It's not even a coherent thought here. Conjoined twins? The kind of surgery that's more dangerous. Let me tell you, liposuction is not even close to as dangerous as conjoined twins. Or gastric bypass, not even close. Not even close, like even slightly close.
Than conjoined twins being separated at birth.
So this whole
more dangerous than that. But people are signing up left and right, aren't they?
For what surgery? You haven't even mentioned it.
It's killing people.
No, it's
killing
not.
Fat people.
No, it's not.
Eugenics.
This is not eugenics. You have no idea what
this
is not eugenics. You can't say fat people and eugenics. That's not, fat's not a fucking race, you idiot.
We want to talk about that. We want to talk about how Susie lost 200 pounds.
Oh, someone's jealous of Susie. Oh, it's Susie. Aww. Someone's jelly of Susie. Susie's a real person. You know it. Susie lost 200 pounds and Bertha's jealous.
Yeah. Nope. Not today. Not on my watch. Like, fat people, we deserve everything that other people get.
And you have it, including more food, more Netflix. You have it. Fat people aren't missing anything from what other people are getting. That's it. You can't fit on a carnival ride or an airplane seat? Okay. Lifestyle habits. Give me the play-by-play of what you've been doing in eating for the last 7 days, minute by minute. Again, I'll keep on asking this. Someone send it to me. What am I doing? Give me a break. It's probably an absolute nuclear disaster.
We do. And fight along with me instead of against me.
Ugh, fight along with me. Jesus Christ. Dick draft, dick draft, dick draft, dick draft, emergency, dick draft. Jesus Christ, superstar. Fight with me. Can I fight from my couch too? It's not going to be a... Alrighty then. That was brutal. Dan, I'm sorry, I'm not jumping on that grenade. Oh, come on.
Inconceivable!
Come on. We need volunteers. Oh, you see, everyone's in favor. Everyone's like, yeah, dick draft, save our world. And then all of a sudden that comes on the screen and now no one wants to participate. Mm-hmm. Fucking hypocrites. Come on, Swole fam. Who's taking that one? Loretta, I feel dirty now. Who wants it? Come on. Who wants it? Huh? Huh? Yeah, now no one wants to step up. When the going gets tough. Yeah, now I see it. I see it.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
We need someone with this is a pure Swole-Akazi mission. This is there's no return. That's one of those missions where it's like, you are not coming back. You know, this is a mission, there's no return. You're not coming back from that. Done. Like no one's like, no one, even Tainty Man's turning his back on that. All right. Tyler said he's down. Jesus Christ. Tyler, I don't know if you're old enough. I don't know. What's your squat, Tyler? What's your hip thrust? We have to see. We'll have to put you through the paces and see if you're qualified. Tyler? Nick says, I choose life. Yeah, there you go. Tipperson. Yeah. Armageddon blowing up the meteor type mission. That's right. This is Bruce Willis. We need a Bruce Willis for this. Take care of my daughter. Yep. You're not coming back. You're not coming back. Strap on. Ooh. Tyler, you're going to need those. We had a new fridge delivered yesterday, And you get a fridge. A lot of guys when they're doing they're taking out the old one because I think I mentioned that it was broken for a while, and they have the strap, right, and it goes down it's like a loop so they can carry it so they don't have to use their hands. That's what you need. You know, one of those refrigerator moving people straps where it has the strap that goes down so two people can lift a heavy couch. Or a Sub-Zero fridge or something. I didn't get a Sub-Zero fridge, but I'm just saying a huge one. Okay. Let's do this last one. This one's called Fat Isn't a Bad Word. Again, it's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. Hey, guess what? Fat's not a bad word. Well, guess what? Having excessive adipose tissue in your body is not good. So fat is a not good thing for someone to be. Fat's not a bad word. Your opinions mean nothing to us. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You ready, fam? Can we do one more? What's in the box? Come on now. Here we go. Fat isn't a bad word.
Testicle fatties, I just wanted to come on and remind you that fat isn't a bad word.
Pause. Fuck. All right, how many of you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? All right. Drop in the comments if you've seen most episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Probably arguably one of the best shows of all time. Have you seen the episode Frank's Little Beauties? Right? When they're putting on a child pageant. How many of you seen that episode where Danny DeVito literally dresses like a mortician? He dresses he's all white. He's dressed like a corpse. Yeah, Frank's Little Beauties. Here you have it. Same makeup. If you're just listening, that should give you the visual. It's grotesque. Her TikTok handle is Fantastical Fatty. So again, any of these fucking videos, when your account, and I'll say this over and over again because it's important, same thing with veganism, same thing with any kind of ideology. When you have it in your account, that's your identity. You don't want to change. You're irrationally tripling and quadrupling down, even if you're dead fucking wrong, because that's your entire audience base. You can't change. You can't get healthier because then you're going to ostracize your entire audience it's built around victimhood. It's built around being pathetic. It's built around not taking responsibility. It's built around disease and sickness. So you can't change. So you can't listen to any of that fucking shit. Anything. Fantastical Fatty. Disagree. You're not fantastic because you're fat. What the fuck does that mean? That's like being, I'm wonderful because I'm black. I'm wonderful because I'm white. Fantastical whitey. Fantastical blackie. Fantastical Asian-y. It's stupid. Right? It's stupid because those are attributes that you can't change. Your skin color. Fantastical tall. Fantastical short. It's just weird, right? But you can change your morbid obesity. We got Vladimir Putin in the chat. We got Vladimir Putin in the chat. Holler at you. Holler at your boy. All right. Reminder, fat isn't a bad word. Ignore the gaslighting. All right. Fantastical Fatty, who's built her entire following around being fat, is promoting and defending being fat. Shocker.
Fantastical Fatties, I just wanted to come on and remind you that fat isn't a bad word. And people that try to use fat as a bad word are fatphobic. They're being fatphobic.
Just videos.
And whether or not they are dealing with their own ED or their own...
Can you make the music louder, please? Make the music louder when you're trying to talk over it. I don't know if I can do 2 more minutes of this.
Self-image issues or self-worth issues, whether or not they're in a bigger body or a smaller body, when they say that being fat is bad, they are being fatphobic.
Can I
so
turn
I'm
this
getting
off?
tagged in all these random videos.
Drop in the comments, if you want me to turn it off, just write turn it off, because I don't know if I can do, I'll play it if you want me to play it because you're watching live. I don't know if I can do the music this whole time. It's probably going to get the video flagged anyway. It's probably copyright. I just don't know if I can play this whole fucking thing. I mean, she's doing text, so I can mute it. We can mute it, turn it off, or should I just mute it and we can just like watch the text. But then the podcast, well, you can't. Oh, God damn it. Play her eating. Oh, God.
People who were saying...
Should I turn it off?
She said that being fat is bad, but because she has an ED, she's allowed to say fat is bad. Because to her, being fat is bad.
Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm done. My show, we're done. Now we're done. I always mention no fucking videos with music. We're already at time. But no videos with music, like, it's a terrible choice. So I'll make sure that doesn't happen again, because I hate that shit. I cannot stand that fucking music bullshit. All right, terrible. Doesn't fucking matter. No, if you don't want to be fat, you're not fat phobic. You just want to be healthy. This is just people that don't want to change. They want attention and 7th place trophies because they're fat. They don't want to change. Like, I'm beautiful just the way I am. Disagree. That's why you're frustrated and looking for love and attention, because you're not getting it, because you're not providing anything of value that people want. People want someone that's healthy. People want someone that's vibrant. People want someone that's taller than they are horizontal. It's just fucking evolution. We don't want that. People don't want that. And because they're not wanted, they're looking for attention, and they're gathering attention from people that are also not wanted and don't want to change. And they're like, oh man, this person's telling me it's okay to not change. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to keep my addictions and not develop myself as an individual. Yay. And they just cry on each other's shoulders. And that's it. Let's give away today's Swole card. Good rant. Okay, let's go. Dick draft. Here we go. Raffling it off. 3, 2, 1. Falcon. Dick draft. Scroll. It works. You know what? You do deserve it. I landed on you too. Tyler, congratulations. Especially for volunteering for the Dick draft. I think it's only fitting too. It was meant to be, Tyler. It was meant to be. Taking one for the team. Tyler, just thinking, can you handle that one too at the end? I know we didn't finish the video, but can you take them both? Drop that in the comments down below. Would you be, because you're not coming back, you may as well just hit both at the same. Can you handle 2 at the same time? That's a lot to ask for a threesome. I understand, but like, you're not coming back anyway, so maybe you can pop off 2 loads before you succumb to your injuries. Just thinking. I'm just hoping maybe this can be like a one shot. You pass on her? God fucking damn it. All right, so we're still... I'm telling you, fam, this is the problem. This is the problem with the Dick draft. We are in need. We are in desperate need of troops. We are in desperate need of troops. We can use your help. So please join us on Daily Swole. And man, Tyler, I do appreciate the fact that you're sacrificing yourself for one. So you pass on her. I don't blame you. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2365 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. I thought I'd ask. It was I took a chance. You know, I tried. That's fucking bullshit. Vladimir Putin says, I'll dig into her for a bottle of vodka and a bottle before I do it. Well, I've seen you riding bears and shit. I mean, it's not much different, I'm assuming. So, thank you, Mr. President. I don't think we can ship her over there to you. I mean, the barge fee is going to be insane, so... I think we could probably get her as far as Alaska. Maybe you can meet us by the Bering Strait and we can take care of it. Maybe that will bring peace. Maybe that's the ticket. He says, I am only riding bear though. Totally different. So it is true. Well, we do have the right to bear arms, but not the right to bear arms. It's different. Animal abuse and all that. Okay. I tried.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
I tried.
Lieutenant Guy.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Leave us a review. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Remember, tomorrow we have overtime after the Feftcast. Be there tomorrow morning for 2366. Fucking nailed it.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Got it out. All right. Thank you so much for bearing with us today. I know it was deep. It was extra deep. And I don't know. I never think that we've gone too far or too deep, but it might have been. I mean, today is like, I just couldn't do it. Could not do it. Could not finish that last one. It was just absolutely brutal and painful. And I always mention, do not put any videos in there that with audio, with music. That just makes it so much worse. But I think we all dodged a huge bullet, literally and figuratively, on that one. Join us, SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam. Private chats, Facebook group, Discord, Telegram, Swole text, discussion boards. Plus, if you go unlimited, we have so much to offer. All the training, all 7 pillars are taken care of inside SwoleNormousX. Join the fam today. And of course, we're back here tomorrow for 2366 in the morning, a little bit earlier than today. It was pushed back a little bit today because I was on a call trying to get back the page and all that stuff. So like I said, positive direction so far, but I'll keep you posted. And tomorrow morning, right after, we'll have overtime segments going to be lit. So I'll see you there. And fam, we'll continue this inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Thanks for watching. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new